Live yet, but we are right now. Hi guys, this is Dave from Dave's LFC Chats. Happy Christmas, happy belated Christmas actually. Happy New Year, big 2023 for everybody, for me, for Lee, for absolutely everybody. Show us your love, give us a sub. That's my new concept. Give Lee your love as well. Link will be down in the description. Lee Chappy, Leicester City fan channel in the world. The man, the myth, the legend. Lee is in the house. Lee, how are you?
Thanks for having me. You know, I'm always available to have a good chat with you, Dave. I like your format. Just sit back, chat, and relax. I like that. It's cool.
It's almost. I was going to say usually with a beer, but today it's with like a cordial orange.
It's a little early for a bit. I mean, it's not. It's never. It's 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening somewhere, isn't it? Let's be honest.
What is it? It's gone 4 o'clock here in Dublin, and I'm sure it's the same time over in Leicester. But we're actually on here to have a nice little relaxed chat, guys. Get your comments in, hit the like, hit the share. You know what to do at this stage. We're going to talk about the big one tomorrow night at Anfield. It is Liverpool against Leicester City. I just said to Lee off camera, I think it's probably the wrong time to be playing Liverpool. I think we're starting to get into a bit of a groove back after the World Cup. Yeah, making a lot of chances, and I think tomorrow night if we will make chances, but just got to be clinical. And if Darwin Nunez turns up tomorrow night, Lee, because he hasn't turned up. I mean, he's turned up as in making chances, but if he's clinical, it's got to be ridiculous. So, what's your thoughts on the big one tomorrow?
The only thing I can say that we have got is the past few games. I think we've beat you, haven't we? I think
it's the last record against us, yeah.
And the last few games we've beat you, but I mean, overall. This season, Leicester, we're just all over the place. And in terms of injuries, it's happened again, hasn't it? You know, James Maddison flies over to Qatar. We're all hoping for him to get some game time for Gareth Southgate's England. Doesn't even get to sniff the ball. And he's out. He's out, Dave. He's out. He's out again for I don't know how long for. Who knows? But he won't be here for the Liverpool fixture. And he's sort of a replacement player. Dennis Pratt has also been ruled out. Yeah. So I couldn't even tell you who's going to be playing now. I have no idea. I've got a predicted lineup for you. I can show in a bit.
Yeah, we get that up now in a minute, my friend. I have a lot of Indian friends in here. But absolutely, get it up there, and I'll see if I can put it up. If my technical skills are any good, let's have a look here.
Yeah, we'll go through that now if you want. It'll be easier to just run it through. So I've gone with Danny Ward in goal. You know Danny Ward, because obviously a former Liverpool player, I believe he was, wasn't he? I think he was. And you've got Walt Fars, Amarte at centre-back, so that will be unchanged. I think Luke Thomas will go left and Castagne will go right, because that's all we've got available. There's no Ricardo Pereira. He's out. James Justin's also out. So how many is that already? That's 2. Johnny Evans won't be available either, so he's out. There's 3 injuries. I reckon Soumare will start in the middle instead of Wilfred Ndidi, because he's still getting his match fitness, I think, Wilfred Ndidi, so he'll be on the bench. I'm going to go with KDH and Yuri Tielemans as your CMs, with Harvey Barnes on the left, and Perez is going to have to play on the right with no James Maddison or Dennis Pratt to fill that role, and probably play a big name Jamie Vardy, who loves scoring and playing against Liverpool up top, because if Brendan doesn't put Vardy up top for this fixture, Brendan out. No, I'm joking. But seriously, if he doesn't pick Vardy up top for this fixture, I will scream. And the bench is looking a little thin. I can't even feel it. So that's it, really. Dave?
Do you know what it is as well? And we said it earlier, but Vardy has a great record against Liverpool. We're all hoping he doesn't play, but I have a feeling he will play at Anfield. And the other one is Maddison. Maddison now, it's a big blow for Leicester, and it's a big plus, I think, for Liverpool. It's a big plus for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I'm still expecting a tough game. You know, Lee, I mean, I'm expecting a tough game. It always is a tough game. As you say, only 2 teams beat us in the league last year. One of them was Leicester City. And we only lost 2 games all season last year in the league.
The problem is Leicester, I think we've lost on last 9, I think, of 11 away games. I think 9 and 11 away games is against Liverpool. So we've not got the best of away records actually against you either. And in fact, it's look, put it this way, Leicester's season this so far hasn't been great. Yes, we got some momentum before the World Cup started. That was 6 weeks ago. Momentum has clearly changed because we got absolutely trounced by Newcastle. Our first shot on goal was about the 83rd minute at home, bearing in mind.
I watched the game. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, absolutely embarrassing. You know it's bad when one of the youngest players on the pitch is grabs a mic and says sorry to the fans afterwards. You know something's not right. I don't know. The problems have started since Schmeichel left, and I agree with
What was the
Salvatore
issue
there.
with the Schmeichel? What was going on there? Was there some issue in the background?
I don't know. Maybe money. Maybe he wanted more money because I've heard rumors that the Leicester.
That's me little girl in the background. If anybody, she's just
all right. Leicester's money situation, I don't think's great. At the moment, I think with the King Power ownership, it is a duty-free brand, and obviously that's based on travel and stuff. So when you look at the COVID era and travel, it got battered. So one can only assume that the King Power has lost a massive amounts of fortune and probably hasn't got the amount of money to spend like they maybe did have. And maybe something or other came up with Kasper Schmeichel's, extension or contract, and he wasn't happy maybe with the money that it was being offered. Found a deal elsewhere and buggered off. So since then, yes, we have had issues at the back. With big time, Danny Ward stepping in as number one. Come on, it's Danny Ward. He's not exactly Kasper Schmeichel. Let's be real. And then there's the Fofana situation. Don't forget, at the start of the season, that all started as well with the Chelsea move. He was pushing for that move all of a sudden, and he was sat in the stands instead of playing for the lads, and his head weren't right, and it messed up a lot in behind the scenes in the dressing room. And I think from then on, it just went downhill after that for quite a while. So. Yeah, we've lost two.
It's getting messy.
There.
It's getting messy.
Yeah,
and you throw in Tielemans.
Not
Tielemans,
sort of
is he going? Is he leaving? Who knows?
Not the World Cup hero Messi. No, he was outstanding in the World Cup. Not that sort of Messi. It's different sort of Messi. Yeah, you're right. Spot on.
So what's the story with the Tielemans thing? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Does he want to? Is he going to go in January? I know Arsenal are interested in him. You can't lose him, can you?
Well, apparently, according to yesterday, his agent is now in discussions about his contract with Leicester. Finally, he's only got about 5 months or so left on his contract. I think he's got about 6 months actually. It takes him into the to the end of the season. But I do believe he is in now discussions about his contract. But is that based on nobody else now needs him? Like, do Arsenal need him now? I'm not so sure. I don't think Liverpool need Youri Tielemans. Maybe
he's a quality player.
He's quality international. He is quality, but just sometimes I'm not saying he's crap because he's not.
You're just bringing his price down. But keep going.
Sometimes he's gassed and blows up. About 60 minutes, you see his face. He's bright red like a beetroot. Yeah. He's done. But other than that, he is a world class player. It's going to be worrying if we lose him and James Maddison because there's rumours about him being at Newcastle. The amount of times I've seen that, But we've seen Arsenal signing him all summer long last season, James Maddison. So I don't know, but all I know is if we lose Maddison and Tielemans in the same window, that we're in trouble.
Yeah, I see Salvatore is talking about relegation. I don't think you're in the relegation zone, but I think you need to invest in January. But I don't know if your owners have the stomach to invest $1 million in January, Lee.
It says about the money situation, Dave. I genuinely believe Leicester should have gone out their way to buy a few of the Burnley, Bournemouth type of players that went down. I really feel like we missed out on the likes of Tarkowski or King or Callum Wilson, players that went down that I think we should have brought in. And now, Newcastle have almost swept the best of the rest up. And I feel we missed out there big time.
I can't understand why top clubs don't go for the likes of a Callum Wilson or these type guys that are even doing it in the Championship, never mind the Premier League. It seems to have that's sort of gone now. The lower league teams in the Premier League might do it. The top teams rarely do it, do they? They look in the continent or they look in South America. Like, that's bad for grassroots, to be fair going forward, Lee. It really is bad for the grassroots football in England. And that's been dying for the last few years, ever since the elites have been taking over the Premier League and the Champions League. And all that.
Grassroots is one thing that Leicester do have. Obviously, they've invested in that training facility, give or take the best in the country. But yet again, injuries are holding players back. We have just lost one of the, I'd say, best-looking youngsters we have, called Will Alves. He's only 17 years old, and he played an FA Cup youth game, and he got his ACL snapped by a Wolves player.
Oh, he's seen that on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's like up there as regarded as like he's going to come in and he's going to break the scene in terms of how talented this young kid is. And now he's gone, so we can't even bring sort of like players like in without them being injured. So I don't know at the minute. We're really struggling on injuries again. I feel like I'm on repeat over the last 4 years now with injuries. You only got to go back 4 years, and Leicester were breaking that top 6. They were sitting in top 4 for almost the whole season, dropped out on the last day. But, we had the likes of Ricardo Pereira out and pulled bloody Ryan Bennett in from Wolves. And it's things like that, like throughout the last 4 years that have just let us down. I think if we'd have secured Champions League football that season, that's plenty of money and more eyes on the prize, more eyes on the product. Bigger names could have come in. Again, the following season, we lost it out again on the last day. And now I've got more excuses again. It's injuries. How many seasons can you say injuries without people going, yeah?
No, but sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. You know what I mean? Every club has injuries, but sometimes they hit harder, especially if they're key players, key times, key areas of the pitch. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, Lee, I think for Leicester, I still go back to it, and I keep talking about it. I'm sure I've talked to you loads of times about it. Leicester City winning the league.
Yeah.
That year they won the league. They've given you good times. They won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
They've got good times with them. So, can they bring back them good times? Maybe not with this ownership. I don't know.
I don't know, but look at it this way. If you're a Spurs fan, you're snapping Leicester's hands off. For the last 10 years, the things that we've done, if you're a Spurs fan, you're snapping Leicester's hands off. We've won the Premier League and the FA Cup within the space of, about 7 years now. What have they done in the last 30, 40 years? Nothing.
Look at Everton, haven't won that since 95.
But they go, I suppose in a way we've got to be grateful for what we have won recent times. But the problem with winning and success is it does bring expectation. The problem is now our expectation is to be a Premier League side, no matter the cost, no matter what, is to stay in the Premier League. That's the no matter what. And then we want success as well. A lot of us are expecting at least the League Cup. That's the expectations. We want that League Cup.
Or European football.
It's silverware. It's more than some other clubs can say they've done. Don't matter if it's not, the big prize. It's still a trophy, and isn't that what football's about? Winning things.
Yeah. So we'll talk a few minutes about ex-Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers. Obviously, I know you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on him. I'm surprised he's still there, Lee.
Right. So
I'm surprised he's still. I would thought he was going in the summer, to be honest.
Brendan Rodgers, I think, is brilliant at working with youth and bringing youth in.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant at it. He's done it now for a while. I do think he does bring something to the table with man management. I think he does do well. I think he's the main reason why Jamie Vardy's going as long as he is because he's told him how to play and told him to slow down. You don't need to chase a ball around anymore. I think there is some positives with Brendan Rodgers' management, but when it's going the other way, when it's not going right, instead of taking the blame, he doesn't man up. He doesn't own the problem. He passes it on to something else. He put the fans under the bus. He's put certain players under the bus. He'll never open up and go, "Oh yeah, I got it wrong." It's always someone else's fault. He'll never own up and say, "I made the wrong substitution. I got the wrong tactics wrong." He never says that. He'll always blame the fans or blame something. And he lost me when he said about the fans. There was a game probably 5 weeks before Christmas. He blamed the fans for an away loss. And I just thought, I didn't catch that one. Yeah, he needs a break. I thought, no, seriously, we need a break. We need this World Cup to come. So, look, He's won things with us. He's done well. In fact, he's one of the higher achieving managers, apart from Claudio Ranieri winning the Prem. He's actually one of the most successful managers we've ever had, with the top 6 finishes and the FA Cup in our first time in our history. So you can't knock him for what he has done, but I do feel his time is slowly but surely fading away.
And who would you like in? Let's say, well, he's probably going to go next summer, but I can't see him going in January, to be fair. But I can't see anybody getting happening like that.
Who
is there? Who can you get in? You know what I
mean? That's the other question. Who the hell do you get in? There's been talks of Sean Dyche. At times I'm thinking, why would
Leicester play football? You know what I mean?
Why would you go for Sean Dyche unless you're in a severe relegation scrap? The only reason why you get him in,
Big Sam.
I mean, I don't know. And then you've got big names like I'm going to throw like Pochettino out there. He wouldn't. I'm not saying he wouldn't come to Leicester, but I don't see why you would leave PSG, or I don't know. It's tough. I'm not calling my own club small. I'm just saying how it is. You don't go from managing PSG to Leicester City, do you?
The only thing is, it's not a free ride. When you get to Leicester, you have the fans who will be expecting. They want something with a new manager. It's not an easy ride. You know what I mean? It's a good fan base, great stadium. I say they have a great new training ground, one of the best in Europe. Some good players there, so it's not going to be an easy ride for a manager coming in. So maybe I think you've got to tread carefully if they're going to think of bringing someone in.
The former Wolves manager that went Spurs and didn't do great, Nuno. Maybe him.
Did you take him?
I don't know. I mean,
he did great at Wolves, though, did he? I know it's a bit of.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sean Dyche, forget about it, for fuck's sake.
It's not what I want. I'm just saying out,
Yeah, but so tomorrow night, obviously, at Anfield, what do you think? What way do you think City or Leicester? You think they're going to be fairly defensive setup and just try catch Liverpool on the break, try get something out of the game?
Well, that's what Villa kind of did with you guys. I watched you guys against Villa, and when they got one back, I thought, "Ooh, they're really going for it," and they did keep going for it, but. I just knew that Liverpool were gonna catch them out at some point, and you did. And when you went 3-1, it was game, set, and match. They were not coming back after that. And I think Leicester have got enough to maybe throw at you here and there, but I don't think for a full 90. I really can't see it with the players we're missing out. Vardy might get his goal. He does love scoring against you lot. Predicted wise, I'd go 3-1 to you lot. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I actually did predict 3-1 myself, but I mean, I'm still not expecting an easy game. I just don't know. I mean, Liverpool have to be more clinical. They will give you a chance. They'll give you a sniff still. They have to tighten up defensively. But going forward, there is going to be a spanking someday for somebody because the amount of bleeding chances we make, we just don't take them.
Yeah. Well, our new Belgium international, Wout Faes, who's came in for Fana, has been absolutely sublime. He's been amazing at the back since he came in. But against Newcastle on Boxing Day, I think he probably had too much Christmas stuffing.
He got stuffed. He got stuffed at the turkey.
That was one of the worst I've seen him play in the Leicester shirt this season, obviously being
I was shocked. I know Newcastle are good, but I was expecting Leicester to get maybe a draw out of that. To be 2-0 down, was it 10 or 11 minutes gone? They were 2-0 down.
It was disgusting, mate. I mean, look, the penalty maybe is what started it off. It was a bad challenge by Marte. It was late, in the first minute and a half, and I'm thinking, if that goes in, it's going to be a long game. And God, was it a long game? It was one of the longest games. It felt like longer than 90 minutes, that game. It felt like it was forever. We were poor all over the park. I don't think we won any second balls. We were just poor.
Yeah. I know I'm hoping there's a poor Friday night, but that's just in one game. I do have a soft spot for Leicester City, of course. But I say it'd be a good game, says Mark.
Yeah.
His link will be in the description, guys. Show him your love. Give him a sub, as they say. I think you're going live after this as well. You're going live later, right?
I'm going to go live with my own channel and put a bit of what the guys in the chat think we're going to line up with. I always do like a prediction show where we put the lineups together. And then I usually use that with these sort of shows. I use my predicted lineup that we created into opposing shows.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to do it, so that's why.
And you gave me a prediction lineup at the very start, so that'll be good. We're not going to stay on much longer because you want to get rocking and rolling as well.
Yeah.
It's just great having you on, bro. It's absolutely brilliant having you on.
Yeah, well, you're always in the chat anyway, Dave, ain't you? So I always shout you out.
Salvador 5-3 now. That would be some game. Fucking 5-3. I'm sure.
Hey, I'll take 5-3 the other way around, mate, all day long.
Absolutely. 4-1 says Liz. Sorry, Lee. Very nice from Liz there. Very nice. Thank you. Look, for me being a Liverpool fan, obviously we got to get back into that top four. It's where the money is. It's where you've got to be. Unfortunately, you've got to be up there to spend the money. What do you think of the new guy? I don't know whether you know much about him. The guy will just have to sign him.
Nunez. No, I don't know. I don't know much about him. Do you?
Yeah, I know a lot about him since yesterday.
You doing your research?
I did a bit of research, but I've seen him in the World Cup. I was watching the World Cup, and he scored 3 games for Holland.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. He's 23. He's got everything, and I think he'll be an absolute hit at Liverpool. Usually are. We turn lumps of coal into diamonds. You know what I mean?
What about the rumours about Jude Bellingham and all that? Is that true?
But no, that's already.
Yes, the rumours are true. The rumours are true.
The rumours are true.
The question is, Lee. The question is, are we going to spend 120 million? Let's be real, for a 19-year-old. Okay, he'll be 20 next year.
I'm sorry, but David, he's worth every penny, I think.
You like him? You like him?
Yeah, for me, yeah, really. He's got everything at 19. It's unreal.
Yeah. No. Look, he's one of the only few players out there. I know Madrid are sniffing around. You'd probably say City are sniffing around.
They all are. All of the elite clubs are after Jude Bellingham, I think. And
the only way I think Liverpool get him is if they do sort of a pre-contract thing with Dortmund in January to say, right, you're signing for us in the summer. No one can go near you. The deal's done, but we're not taking it till the summer. But something like that. I mean, if you come in January, Twitter's going to explode, It's going to explode.
I read somewhere he's got a bit of a relationship with Klopp, though. Is that right?
Well, he does, but Dortmund do, because he's ex-Dortmund manager.
Right.
All the same backroom staff are still there from when Klopp was there. The technical director and all are all the same.
Yeah. So there's a good chance. There's a good chance.
I think there's a chance. I think if FSG stomp up the money, I think we'll get him.
Yeah. And obviously, you got your buyout, haven't you, soon? Or has that happened? Or what's going on with that?
The buyout?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I don't know. With the FSG, no, that's cool. I think they want investment. Maybe they want investment to buy Bellingham. I don't know. Sell 10% and get 300 million in, then buy Bellingham. It's eased off, actually. There was some Saudi Qatari consortium.
Yeah.
It's eased off. Maybe it's just investment part sale, Well, there you go. Look, Mr. Bombastic, his dad was a season ticket holder and idolises Gerrard. Well, then it's a done deal. It's over. It's done. Dear. Listen, I think we go there. We leave it there. Lee Chappy in the house. I'm going 3-1. He's going 3-1 for Liverpool tomorrow. I just hope it's a good game. It's a really good game of football. No injuries on either side. We don't need any more injuries. We just can't do any more injuries. Lee, good luck to you. Happy New Year, my friend. Good luck to the channel. Check him out. He's live now in a few minutes. His link is down in the description. Talk soon. Lee Chappy.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well, mate. Pop in the chat tomorrow and give me some bants when you're about 6-0 up.
Don't worry, I will. With a Cheers, guys. Thanks to the chat.
See you later, guys.
Show us both your love. Show us your care. Cheers.